Good afternoon, good morning, or even maybe good evening. This is Queen Leanna, and I am bringing you jazz and the voice of reason. This is my kickoff show. This is the first show that I'm going to do for you to bring you energy, information, entertainment, and joy. We are going to cover quite a few subjects. We're going to cover affirmations. We're going to talk about the issues that's going on in the world today. We are going to discuss what we could do to elevate our energy and to be a positive person that contributes to our society. I am happy to be here with Felicia at the Morrison Studios. And I am so blessed to have someone that's giving me an opportunity to share my wisdom, to share my joy, and to share my happiness along the roads, the highways, the streets, the avenues of life. And what I have experienced, maybe some of you may have been through the same type of situations, and if not, some of you will be prepared in case you do come up with those situations. I will also incorporate in my show my pets, my family. I have heavenly and I have spirit. They are my puppies and I love them. They are my children and they bring me peace, harmony, joy, and they stabilize me in this crazy world that we're living in today. Because the world is crazy, I have a guest with me. Someone that ignited the spark in me to get back into radio, but now it's called podcast. I had a TV show once. I had a radio show once. And then they went dormant in my life for a while. But now the flame has been lit and it is burning. And I would like to give thanks to Blaque Holiday.
Miss Leanna, that was beautiful.
Thank you.
I'm just sitting over here and I am in awe. You know, just looking at you right now, I'm just seeing you in action, right? It gives me... You said a lot of things in your introduction, and all the things that you said are right. We're in line. You already know.
Yes.
Our spirit is in line, and you just vocalized exactly,
yes.
And you just vocalized that. And my being here is a testament to that, because sometimes you just you see things, but you don't really see. You just see a glimpse of what you think you see.
Right.
And while you was giving the introduction, I just went back to when we first met. That being in line.
That's right.
At Doolin's right there. And I was just like, I didn't see all of that at that time. I just seen the cards and that was a spark.
That was
a spark. And so I was like,
I brought the cards.
And you brought the cards this time. Great.
Yes.
And so when I seen the cards, I was just like, I'm into that and I'm studying that and what, and that just kicked off a whole relationship.
A whole relationship.
And look at where we are today.
That's right. It's been about a year now.
It's been about a year. It flew by.
Yes, it has. Time is flying by.
Wow.
The earth seems like it's spinning faster. We're moving through the universe faster. Our energy level is heightened. Mm-hmm. Our frequencies are more sensitive.
It's definitely that.
Yes.
That's for sure.
And the babies, the newborns that are being born now, they are aware of so much that we didn't know way back then. They automatically know so much.
Shout out to my new baby cousin, Kamaya.
I have to show my new grandbaby.
Right? Kamaya, I have to say shout out to that beautiful baby girl.
I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, go ahead. No, when you said about the new people
yes.
coming into the world. And you know what? I had Christmas at my family's house. And we've been doing it for years. It's something that my grandmother started, which I have to say this, right now, just bringing that up, I feel her spirit, and
you bringing her in.
I'm bringing that energy into it.
The ancestors are with us. People don't realize that, but when we come here on this earth, in this body, in this physical form. There's a soul and a spirit that is already evolving and alive before we enter into Earth's plane. And it's not like we are a spirit encased in a body.
That's right.
Not a body carrying a spirit. We will live on. The part of we I'm speaking of is the soul part of you, the intuition part of you, that you feel something before it happens, that part of you. The part of you that feels compassion, the part of you that feels gratitude and thankfulness for being here, to be able to help people and to be able to see a smile on someone's face, and especially if you cause that smile.
Wow. You just described Blaque Holiday.
Yeah.
That is
Making
my whole
people
goal, to be
happy.
able to make people smile.
Happy. That's what you did for me. That's why we're in sync. Our
Thank you.
souls are in sync. I don't know if we knew each other in
I think you just
past
gave
lives.
birth. I think you just gave birth to my whole entity right there. I mean, because, one of the things I wanted to talk about is, but let me just let you do your thing first.
No, go ahead.
Go ahead. Okay.
I wanted you to come up so I could interview you.
Yeah, one of the things I wanted to talk about, because I knew we were going to be talking about, some of the plans that we have for 2024
new year, right.
and things like that. And one of the things I wanted to explain, because, last year, I did a lot of different things. A lot of different things happened. And I came into contact with a lot of different people. And what I started to realize is when I would tell them that my name was Blaque Holiday, I would get a whole lot, I would get different reactions, especially from people that weren't black. You understand what I'm saying?
I can imagine.
They would be like,
Can
I call you that? Yes, you can call.
It's
you can
safe.
Call. Yeah, it's safe. You can call. I'm telling you to call me.
Giving you permission.
Right. It's not. We're not sweeping it up under the rug. We put it
Right.
all out there. That's the whole thing. Because my whole thing is to embrace I've been black all my life.
That's right. And we can't run from it.
Can't run from it. So we need to embrace it.
That's right.
It's just like one of the things I was reading about being positive is that being positive means that you have a better attitude towards
Yes.
trials and tribulations.
Yes.
So when things happen, do you understand what I'm saying? It's all about your perception.
Perception is a person's reality. It
Perception
doesn't have
is
to
a
be
person's
another person's reality,
But
but
it can
it's their reality.
it's definitely going to be your reality.
Yes.
And so, I chose to change my perception because for a long time, I didn't know the rules of life. I didn't know the laws of this universe. So, I didn't know that I was hurting myself
Yes.
by thinking the way that I was thinking.
They didn't teach us that in
and
school.
moving the way that I was
or
moving.
Sunday school.
Right. And they didn't teach us, this leads transition into the other thing that I told you that I wanted to
Right.
mention.
Religion. Yes.
Religion,
but
most
it has
definitely.
done damaged a lot of people.
Oh my God.
Because people don't really understand the true concept. And there's been a lot of ministers that are up there for self-gain, not to help people, but to help themselves.
Oh my God.
So you have to be able to discern what you're listening to. You have to let your heart and your soul be your guide. And sometimes when there's so much movement and hustle and bustle, getting back and forth to work, taking care of your family when you get off work, the TV went out in the living room while you're trying to pray, meditate, or take a shower. You have to go and fix that for your wife or your kids or whatever. You never have time for yourself to have quiet time, to take slow breaths and breathe slow and deep. And deeper you breathe, the slower you breathe, and the more breath and air you take into your lungs through your whole body, the more you can move all the junk and the clutter away so you can listen to your heart and your soul and your spirit.
Thank you. I just did that right now while you were talking.
Yes.
And then I can already feel the difference.
It just changes everything, just a slow breath and
Miss Leanna,
silence.
Miss Leanna, since we met, I've been doing way more than I was doing before as far as tapping into energy.
Because we're
Really?
energy beings. Don't forget that. We're energy beings. We're not a body. We are energy beings with frequencies. We are. We
No,
are.
I love it when you get excited because it's
I
something to
just
get
found
excited
that
about.
out in the last couple of years. I'm 81 years old and just found out in the last few years we are energy beings.
Okay, so let me ask you this, since you just said that. If you would, you just said you just found this out. So let me just ask you this: if you would have found that out, just say what part of this life that you've been you're 81 years old. So what part of this life you think you could have found that out a little bit earlier? How do you think it
I
would
would have
change your
been able
life?
to manifest the dreams that I had when I realized what my dreams were.
What
and
were some of
didn't-
those dreams?
I'm a singer.
All right.
I'm an entertainer. I'm a dancer.
That's right.
I'm an artist.
That's right.
That's
Talk
who
about
I
it.
am.
Speak on it. No, you know why I asked you that? Because on Blaque Holiday TV, we do a thing called Dream University.
I remember that.
Right. So I always encourage people to talk about
Yes.
their dreams
And
and to manifest their dreams.
That's why I'm here today, Blaque
Amen.
Holiday.
Amen.
I got a
That-
big Christmas gift.
That's right. Christmas gift, 1983, born in
That's
a
it.
world that I never asked to see.
Amen. I like that.
And the first thing that I said when I could open up my eyes is that I can't. No, I don't want to say.
And say, I see me.
Well, that's a line in one of my songs. I'm not going to say it because I know you like to stay on a high note. But it was just that. Well, what I was going to say is that the first thing I learned to say when I opened up my eyes was, "I ain't afraid to die," to get out this genocide that they have me bound under. The weight of the world will make you frown on your mother, turn father against brother, maim and kill one another. What's that poverty you say? I'm a bad.
Mama Jamma.
Yes, most definitely. That came from. I had to insert
That's
that.
your writing?
That's one of my writings.
That's
Is for one of the
wonderful.
songs that I am in the studio recording right now.
That's wonderful.
And the song is called "Success." And reason
because
why
you overcome all that. But keep on. I want to hear more of your poetry.
No doubt. That's the whole goal, is to overcome all of these obstacles and to really pay attention to what's going on around you, but don't become you, like it's in the Bible. It says, "I'm in the world, but I'm not of the world."
That's
so
it.
I am not going to succumb to everything that we see in the world. I'm living on a higher plane.
Right. But that's where it goes back to we're spirits encased in this body.
No doubt.
And when the body goes to ashes, dust to
to
dust,
dust.
you still here.
We still
You're still flying.
It's not over with.
And looking over your people. You're their ancestors.
Let me just
Angels.
Can I share a story on that level?
Yes.
So I have this young lady that I talk to oftentimes about things like this.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out Miss Rashida. It goes right along with Queen Leanna. Look at those royal names, Rashida, Queen Leanna. I guess I think I'm just attracted to royalty. But
Yes.
anyway, one of the things I wanted to say is a friend of hers just recently passed. And she was sharing with me how, she had this dream, right? And she had the dream that he was talking to her and just
Who is he?
That was her friend.
Her friend. Okay.
Right, I don't know his name
Okay.
per se. Let's leave names out of it for right now.
Right.
But the point about it, on a spiritual level, the body is gone. But
That's right.
and check this out. While she was talking to somebody else just to let her know that he was there, he sent her an emoji
Wow.
on the phone. So they were talking. He was talking to somebody else on the phone, but they were talking about him. But anyway, he wanted to let her know. He's in
That
the spirit.
he was thinking of her
that
after he left the planet.
remember I said he was showing up
Right.
in her dreams. And I remember I had read before that when a person leaves this plane or leaves this earth or whatever, if they still have unfinished business, they'll kind of like lurk
Linger,
around.
they hoover.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They'll hoover around. And it's amazing because I remember when I read that, I didn't really think much about the book that I was just trying to kill some time. I was doing time, so I was just trying to kill some time. So I read the book, but I didn't really, and that's just something that stuck with me. And one of the things I want to share while I'm on that topic is that when you moving on this energy plane and when you moving on manifestation, if there's anybody out there that's interested in manifesting, you have to learn, like you said, about meditating.
You have to slow yourself down and become in tune with the earth, the rhythm of the earth, the rhythm of nature, the rhythm of the universe. But your breath, while we're here on this planet Earth, what is the first thing, I think we talked about this before, what is the first thing an infant does when it comes out of his mother's womb? What do they do?
Well, it takes a breath and then they start
Take
crying.
a breath. So what does that take? Breath.
Breath is life.
Breath is life. And we just think that we take a breath to fill your lungs up, not to get tired.
We get so
but you
accustomed to
have
doing
to
it.
take breath with intention and knowing that your breath is going through every cell of your body. We have I'm going to have charts to show the different bodies we have besides the physical body and the skeleton body. We have a central channel that goes up our body, and from that it's all kind of hookups, and you have to put breath into every cell. And if you consciously aware that when you're breathing, that you're breathing air into all of the cells in your feet, all of the cells in your legs, your thighs, all the way up. And then you have to also learn about your chakras that are the center points for energy to enter into your body. And you focus on these things with intent. And it charges you up.
Amen.
It charges you up. It fills you with energy from the universe, from the source, from the higher power, from God, Jehovah, Buddha, Allah, whatever name you put on that unseen force that has created this universe. It's alive, just like you are alive right now. Yeah.
Thank you. And that is for all the Christians out there and anybody else that believes in God and that's practicing Christianity or wants to better their life. Take that information in, study it, research it, and know that it's real and apply it to your life.
It's real. It is so real. As you're watching this podcast, that Blaque Holiday and myself are sitting here discussing what we can do to elevate our frequency. The planet is dark, and we need light on this planet. It's too much negativity going on, wars, people greedy, people killing one another, gossiping about each other, whatever. We don't need that. We need light. You need to treat people like you want to be treated. You need to know that you're light. You need to let your light shine along with a group of people, and the more people do that, the more positivity will come on the earth. And we need that in this time of what's going on. And I hate to say it, as positive as I am, things are going to get a little bit more rocky, more shaky. But if you are centered and know who you are and keep joy, happiness, light, gratitude in your life, you'll be able to hang on. Just like if you're on a rafter and the waves are just going, you'll be able to hold on because God has you. Allah has you. Jehovah has you. Buddha has you. The universe has you.
Jesus have you.
That's right.
Don't leave him out.
I wasn't going to leave him out. I knew you was going to.
Christ. Having a Christ-like mindset. Let this mind be in you, which is in the mind of Christ,
right.
which is the mind of Christ.
That's right.
I think people have gotten too caught up on the physical,
on words,
on
also.
the word. Well, not words you don't even understand because you got to research where these words come from.
Right.
That's another thing. I mentioned this earlier when we were having a conversation about how, especially in the Black community, we are under these spells and these curses, and we don't know it.
We don't know it. And it's so sad.
We how can I say it? We keep it going with our language. Your word is your magic wand.
That's right.
That you wave over your life to change it.
Yes.
Listen, people, watch what you say.
Watch what you say.
Watch what the people around you are saying. My name is Blaque Holiday. Why? Because I go where I'm celebrated, not where I'm tolerated. Do you understand what I'm saying? I mean, for so long, I had so much negative energy coming into my life, and I didn't even understand. I was blind.
Right.
I mean, do you understand what I'm saying?
I do.
And I just knew that this was not the life that God wanted me to live.
No, that's not the life that we're supposed to have here, because we're not aware of the truth. The truth has been hidden, and they're trying to cover up more. The truth that has been we have people on a certain party that wants to say this. Slavery didn't exist. They want to erase everything from history to say that there were no slaves. But we know that that's not true. So people that are from generations
you can't hide your
of slavery, everybody has roots.
Do you guys know what metadata is? Do you know what metadata is? Okay, so let me just throw this out real quick. Metadata, if you want to understand this, because this spiritual stuff that we're talking about, I hate to say spiritual stuff. What do you have a term for it? Spirituality.
Spirituality.
The spirituality that we're talking about, which is the essence of who we are as human beings, is not that much different from technology. So everything that you're looking at technology, they got it from you. Like how black folks say they stole it from you. They're stealing our information as we speak of how we are made, and then that's why it's called AI. Why, if it's artificial, what is the real? Where is the real at? Who is the real? Where's the authentic intelligence? The authentic intelligence is in you, and it comes from God.
That's it. That's it.
Tap into that.
That's it.
Don't get scared of AI. Tap into the authentic intelligence.
Authentic intelligence.
Don't worry about the artificial intelligence.
That's why affirmations are so important in my life, because they have kept me above water when I was sinking many times. Affirmations are a group of words that project positivity to the subconscious mind. Instead of saying, I'm waking up this morning and I'm going to have a wonderful day. I'm going to have a productive day.
Amen.
I'm going to have a happy day that's filled with gratitude.
You know what I always say?
That's an affirmation, a positive affirmation. But a negative affirmation is just applying the words that take away, like, I am not going to have a good day. I am going to have a negative day. I am going to create so many problems with everyone I come in contact with that they're going to have a negative day. That's negativity. Affirmations, for those that don't understand what affirmations mean using positive words in your statements. Affirmation is visualizing a positive outcome to whatever your dream might be. You have to, even though it's not happening right now, in the present, you project yourself in the future to feel like you would feel if you had that desired dream alive.
Come true. Amen.
In the present. And
can I share a story with you real quick? Because I know we're on the time. I don't want to run out of time without sharing this story. Because if it applies to what you're saying.
Go ahead.
Okay. All right. So, since the time we've been in contact with each other, now you know that I had something going on with my health, right?
Yes.
So in order to get my health, so I had a whole stroke, right?
Yes.
Okay. So I had to figure out, I knew that I had to get myself, I still had some things to accomplish. So I knew I had to get myself better. So one of the things, because I say prayer is when you speak to God, meditation is when God speaks back to you. So in some of my meditations, when I would meditate, when I was even in the hospital, I had my book and I just knew different things that I still had to do. And so one of the things that God told me, I would hear, I know when it's God because I just know. But anyway, he was like, go to the beach. Go to the beach. And start selling waters. They need water down there. The body is 70% water. It's hot. They need water. We're going through a global warming thing. Go down there with water. And then, the whole thing. And then another thing that I knew, too, from working with the homeless population is that and I do have a heart for the homeless population. And I know that there's a large percentage of the homeless population. It's over 60,000 people that are homeless in Los Angeles. And a large percentage of those people are at the beach. So a large percentage of those people don't have $2, $3, and $4 for a bottle of water, right? Or, to keep themselves hydrated, whatever they're going through. So, what I would do is I would go down there, sell the waters for $1 a bottle, or because a kid can afford $1, right? Which is way lower than what they sell it for on the boardwalk or whatever. And then I would also, And I will also give waters away. But this is one of the things that I would say with every customer that I would come in contact with. Guess what I would say? Have a peaceful and prosperous day.
Yeah, you gave them a positive affirmation to walk off with, along with the water.
Along with the water. And, I started calling it my prosperity water. Because, one of the things.
You were blessing people.
I was blessing people, and I was blessing myself at the same
At the same time. And
all my needs were
realize
being
that.
met. And because as I would walk up that, I would walk all the way from Venice to Santa Monica and walk back and then walk again until all the water was gone. And I would, every time I would come in, but you know what? This was my ministry.
Right.
This is my ministry. And it's so ironic because when you are trying to manifest something, you really don't know how it's going to
How
come
it's
into
going to
fruition.
come. That's right. And you
But
don't
you got to
worry
listen
about
to.
it.
You got to listen to. You got to, like you
Listen to
said,
God. That's
you
right.
just got to act as if it's so. So
Act as if it's so.
I knew I wanted to be in a ministry. I didn't know exactly what the ministry was, but I knew I wanted to do something
That's a beautiful story.
to benefit people.
That's a beautiful story, Blaque.
And so having a peaceful and prosperous day was born out of that. Have a peaceful and prosperous day.
Yes.
And guess what?
And you had a peaceful and prosperous
And now the people
day.
at the beach are saying
They just love you.
Yeah, they already
look
know.
for
They,
you, yeah, and they
every time
smile
I
when
see
they
them, they
see
be
you,
like,
don't they?
"Have a prosperous." It had a while. It had to grow on it because they didn't
And
really
we're
know how.
saying that back to people. See that?
Have a peaceful and prosperous
And that's
day.
what we have
Just
to
saying
do.
that.
That's what we have to do. Boy, I tell you, every time we get together, the time
It's
goes
magic.
by so fast.
It's
and,
magic.
You know,
Life is magic. People
I just
take
want
advantage
you
of it.
guys to come back and see us.
And we got a lot more.
Subscribe to the channel.
We got show them the cards
Tell
before
a
we go.
friend.
Show them the cards, Miss
Well,
Queen.
I don't have enough time.
Just show them
I'm
because
going to
people
show
want to
them
see
the
them.
cards. These are the
They
cards.
be asking me all the time about
Pick
those
a card
cards.
and read what it says.
And
then we'll go through that real
they
quick.
definitely changed my life. Look, I'm here with Miss Queen Leanna right now, based on these cards.
Can you see it?
It says I might have to take off the glasses to read this.
Okay, well, look, take this one then. You having a problem?
It says open heart.
Lead with an open heart.
Lead with an open heart.
Lead.
Perfect.
That's what you did with the
Perfect.
water.
That's perfect.
That's what you did with the
Yes.
water.
It's all spiritual. It's all designed.
We're so glad to see you.
I need to get some
Come
of
back
these
and see
cards.
us again, please.